It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From Quicken Loans Arena, tonight the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. The Cavs secure the opening tip. They get it first as we're underway in Cleveland. Sexton to J.R. Smith. Here comes the screen. Curling inside, and beat.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. Smith. To Korver. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. You need a brick wall to defend this guy. One of the best in the game, Kyle Korver.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
No good, but two shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Joel Embiid has got two shots coming. For his career, 77% at the line. Can't connect on the first free throw. Second one's good. Splits the pair. And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Love. His first effort off the mark. Butler into the front court. They trail by 2. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Joel Embiid at the line for 2 shots. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. First one goes down.
Oh, yeah, 2 points.
Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Sexton to J.R. Smith from long range. That one off the mark. It's no good. Butler to bring it up. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. And the finish at the rim.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Sexton to J.R. Smith. Fires the 3. Won't go down for J.R. Smith. Defense was all over him.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Korver. Simmons with the denial. And that's going to get out of bounds off of Thompson. Sixers control it. Simmons. That pass stolen by the Cavs. Has a look. Wide open look won't go. The follow won't go either. Anthony to Butler. Flushes it home.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Sexton to Korver. Has a chance. Knocks it down from mid-range.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
In the front court comes Simmons. His team up by 1. Shot from in close. No good.
You see, Ed, this is what the refs need to start calling. The defender hit the shooter right around the waist, which made him lunge into his shot and took away all of his concentration for it.
Korver's shot misses.
Look, sometimes it takes a little while to get into the flow of the game. During the next timeout or during the next break in action, take the ball, go shoot it. See the ball go through the net a couple of times.
Taken by the Sixers. Count the bucket for two.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Sexton. Off the assist.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Embiid. Redick. J.J. Redick is going to get a chance at three here for his career, 89%. And hits the first free throw.
Oh, I see you've been working out, huh?
Knocks down the second free throw.
Way to hit.
And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. Cavs at the controls. Sexton to Love. Tristan Thompson with the slam.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
To Fultz. Beyond the arc for three. Markelle Fultz forcing that one there. Well defended. Danny Green to Colin Sexton. Colin Sexton slams it down.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
Nothing going here on that drive. Fultz to Embiid. Joel Embiid missed his first. That one goes.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Korver. Short jumper won't go down. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Embiid, good for two.
Can we take a second to talk about the most gregarious personality in the NBA? We don't trust in the process. No. We're beyond the process. Joel Embiid has emerged as this generation's Shaquille O'Neal, and he's done it in a variety of ways. He's a dominant big who doesn't shy away from the physicality of the game. Probably the reason why he was up for Defensive Player of the Year. And also, he has a personality that baits you into a conversation, whether you like it or not, and he's pretty hysterical. This kid is going to be a star in the league for years to come, and you better pay attention to what he has to put down.
Nothing going here on that drive. $15-footer at the buzzer, and it's no good as time runs out on the first quarter of play. One quarter in the books. This has the potential to be a good one.
Yeah, both teams have came out. They played with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Bobby Portis. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Pass stolen by the Cavs. Shot stopped by Embiid. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
That boy's living his best life.
Hill into the front court. Down just a couple. To Danny Green. Here comes the screen.
Hey, feed me, I'm hot.
Danny Green down to Young. Thaddeus Young. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
To Redick. Can't connect from inside. Ball in possession of Cleveland. Danny Green. Curling inside. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
One can make the case he might be glad he didn't get the and one.
Fultz with the basketball. Down 2. Knocked loose. Cavs come away with it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
To Danny Green. Thaddeus Young. He's 2 for 2 now.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Markelle Fultz. Now pass taken away by Cleveland. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. To Embiid. Deep right corner. Redick. That's off the side of the rim. No good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Redick with it. Trailing by 4. Oh, he had it. Hill across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. To Young. Sixers have it. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Visit our team website for more details.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. George Hill. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Simmons with it. Down 4. Redick. It's good. And the foul. And he's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
It never would have been a foul if you didn't give him space. Your job defensively is to stay attached
What's
to
up,
him
man?
at all
Playoff
times.
bound fly
Force him to
Eagles
put the
fly.
ball
We
on the
overcome
ground
all odds.
and
Everyone
drive
down
and
with
make a
us
shot
to
over
make
the
it.
trees below.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, definitely, man. Great game. Yeah, really a great game
Jay
today.
Redick with a
I'm
chance.
excited about it as
4-point
well.
play. Hasn't missed yet.
And you know, the Eagles did it, man. And thanks to Nick Foles.
Missed the foul shot.
I'm very happy, man. It's a good day. The
Goes
Eagles
to the
making
right
the playoffs,
side.
man.
Fires the three. That's off the side of the
gonna be
rim.
good, man.
Fly Eagles fly, let's go guys.
Yeah. So the Eagles will be playing
Cleveland has the
on
basketball.
Sunday. The Eagles will be playing on Sunday, so I'm happy about that.
George Hill
And-
to
and,
Clarkson. Here comes the screen.
That's going to be real exciting.
Right time, right
And they're
player.
going down to
Can't
the Windy
teach height.
City to take on the Chicago Bears.
To
So
Reddick.
that's going to be a heck of a game.
Simmons. Cleveland has the
Vikings
rebound.
choke again and Kirk Cousins always
Hill
chokes
in the
long.
front court.
You know
LOL.
what?
Just a point.
You know what? Let me say something. I'm so happy.
To Clarkson.
I'm so happy that the Vikings
Here
didn't
comes
make
the
it. I'm
screen.
so happy Kirk
Clarkson.
Cousins lost. I don't like
Bad
him.
pass as the Sixers come
Don't
up with this
forget, the
steal.
Vikings beat us this year.
To Simmons.
Don't
Oh,
forget.
Ben Simmons.
The Vikings
He
beat
is
us
shooting
this
well.
year.
He's made
This
two-thirds
was
of
their
his
karma.
shots.
Yay
They
fly
still
Eagles
didn't
fly
make
fly
it.
nachos.
Timeline. Down a
Defending
point.
Super Bowl champs.
Yep. Well, yeah. Yeah, I'm excited about it too, man. I wish I had a win. I was watching the game earlier. Yeah, you know I was. Yeah, so I mean, it's a good day, man.
We all we got, we all we need.
Yeah, we all we got, we all we need. And
Here's a
this is
chance from long range.
This is a
And it's
beautiful
Smith after
day
the rebound.
for Philadelphia. And
Hill
we're
in
going to
the
try to do
front
this
court.
thing, man.
It's a one-point
And
game.
the playoffs
as
is
we
going to be
approach
real
halftime.
good.
For three, and George
We
Hill.
are not
good
done
on the
yet.
Quick release for three.
Oh,
Let me
no.
tell
It's
you how
just
this
the
one
beginning.
goes. It ain't no fun if the
Oh,
Nuggets can't have
man.
some.
The
Everyone's
Dallas
getting a piece of
Cowboys
the rock.
play the Seahawks.
Sixers call for time.
I'm
As
gonna
they'll
watch
make
that
sure
game,
they're
too.
aligned here in a
The
two-point
Seahawks and
basketball
the
game.
Cowboys is going to be a heck of a game, man. Oh, well, it's going to be good this year. AFC and NFC. You should watch all the games. They're all worth watching. You know, it's going to be good. And the Eagles at Chicago,
Cowboys will be one and done LOL.
yeah, the Saints, the Seahawks going to knock them off. But the winner of the Bears, we got to go to the Saints, man. We gotta go play against Drew Brees, man. The Saints look good this
Yay
year,
no way
man.
Cowboys beat the Seahawks.
Yeah, the Cowboys.
We have both
Let's not
squads
count
set to make
Dallas
some
out,
moves
though.
right now.
Dallas might win that joint though. They might knock off Seattle.
They
at home.
barely beat the Giants LOL.
To Anthony. 4-3.
Yeah, they beat the
Off
Giants.
the
Lord.
side,
Right?
no good.
Yeah, the
With
Giants
the
were tough.
basketball. The margin is 2. Halftime on the horizon.
The Giants were terrible this year.
Simmons to Butler.
The Giants were
Nothing
booty
going
this
here
year.
on that drive. Count the basket
The
inside.
Giants were
You see,
booty
you
this
can't
year.
actually get mesmerized
They
by
were
the
good.
ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly
were no
button. I know
good.
that may sound cheesy,
No,
but trust
but-
me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Man, it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good. Chicago Bears and the Eagles. I like that game.
The shot rejected by Young. Time expires to end the first half. The Cavaliers with the lead.
The only highlight for the Giants was Saquon Barkley. We play on Sunday at 4.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Cavaliers are in a close game thus far. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The 76ers are keeping things exciting in a close matchup. And that deficit is a negative, of course, but I do see it positive. I really like how they move the ball, keeping each other involved offensively. They've got a nice flow, to their game today.
Game track. Steals.
We're seeing a lot of steals in this game, and it's not been one-sided. Each of the teams in this matchup have been aggressive on defense and getting some positive results.
Player of the half.
Thaddeus Young is doing everything he can on defense to get the win. He's blocking shots, he's getting steals, and he's setting the tone for his team.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going.
Bears helped us out, now we take them out.
Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Oh yeah, Chicago Bears, they helped us out big time. I don't like Kirk
Philadelphia with
Cousins.
the basketball.
I'm not a fan of Kirk Cousins. I'm so glad he lost.
Simmons.
I'm so glad. I'm not a fan. I don't like Kirk Cousins at all. So
Short jumper misses.
we get the win, and the Chicago Bears, we're gonna take them out. We're gonna take the Bears out now. They helped us out. We're gonna take them out. Gotta take out the Bears now. We gotta
Kirk
knock them
Cousins
off.
doesn't deserve all that money.
Going
No,
away.
he don't.
On the arm.
No, he
Knocks
don't.
it down.
You are right,
Defender
Charles.
has to
I
get
said
there
the
next
same
time.
thing,
And this
man.
squad just continues to light it up from long
I
range.
said the same
One of the
thing.
things
He
I
ain't
learned
worth
about
none of
teams
that
like
money.
this, teams that fall in love with a
Kirk,
three-point
you
shot,
know what?
as
The
quickly as they
Washington
build the lead,
Redskins,
is as
he
quickly
look
as they
like
can
the
lose it
second
because
Kirk
they're
Cousins.
over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Kirk Cousins, he proved me right. He's
Goes
so
to the left
good.
side. Smith.
He wasn't
No,
good. He
and it's
wasn't
down to
good with the
Thompson.
Redskins.
Christian Thompson with the slam.
8-4 million
See,
for
Ed,
what?
that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with
It's a
ferocity.
joke.
You
He's
always
not
set the
worth
tone.
that.
Simmons.
Kirk Cousins is not worth that. He's a bum.
Nothing going here on that drive. Can't get past the defender. Takes it
Yeah,
right
he's
to the
not
rim.
worth it.
A lot of
Cousins
contact
is
there,
a bum.
but they say no foul.
I know this for a fact,
Kirk
Ed.
Cousins is a bum.
Ben Simmons wanted to channel
Straight
his
up.
inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards. As he stood up on that stage,
Nate Kirk
accepting
always
that
chokes
Rookie
when
of the
he
Year
has a
trophy,
chance to
looking
make
down
the
at
play
all
on
the people
LOL.
that hated on him and didn't think that after a year
But it's going to
of
be a
being
very
injured that
special
he
day.
can
We
come
got
back
Nick
and be the
Foles
one
now.
that
Nick
everybody
Foles got
thought he
hurt.
would be. One of only 7 players in NBA history
Nick Foles has an
to
injury.
lead
they
his
claim.
team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Curling inside. Joel
They
Embiid.
say Nick Foles has
3 for 6
an injury.
When the
Hopefully he'll
ball's
be
in his
ready though.
hands, we all
It
knew
was
what
funny
gonna happen.
watching him argue with his teammates.
I'm loving it.
Knocked loose.
I'm
Taken by
loving
the
it.
Sixers.
I'm loving it. I don't
Simmons
like.
to
I'm
Anthony.
happy they lost.
Yay,
And
I
I'm
heard
happy
it was
we
just
won.
bruised ribs and he will be okay.
Embiid.
Yeah, he'll be
Good
okay.
for 2.
We're going to the
Contact on the
playoffs,
drive
baby.
can be a
And
beautiful
Kirk
thing.
Cousins,
Making those tough
they're gonna have
shots
to
can really
rethink
help you
that
build a
contract.
mental
He ain't
Yeah,
worth none
he's
of that
fine.
money.
defender.
Kirk Cousins ain't worth none of that money, man. He's not worth none of that
Sixers
money.
have it.
He's garbage. Kirk Cousins is garbage.
And count the basket.
You know, every
Minnesota
time I watch
Vikings, they
Jimmy
go home
Butler,
again.
the tenacity he
The
plays with on the
Vikings
defensive
go home
end,
again.
it just
They went home
reconfirms
last
the
year.
fact that he's been named an All-Star 4
They got
times.
rid of Case
He's got
Keenum.
career
Case
best,
Keenum was good. I don't know
47%
why
from the
they
field
got
in
rid of Case
2017-18. So when you think about trying to lock
Case
him up,
Keenum.
you have to limit his touches, and you have to force him to catch the ball with his back to the basket. Make him
That's
put
garbage.
the ball down on the
Vikings
ground
fans
and
are
make
sick,
contested
LOL.
shots, because if you
Yeah,
don't,
yeah, they
Jimmy
are.
Butler will cut you apart.
Yeah. You right, buddy. The Vikings will not be going to the playoffs. Kirk Cousins. The Vikings.
Yeah, we have a good chance to beat the Bears with a young, inexperienced team in the playoffs.
Oh, definitely.
The free throw
man.
caps off the three-point
You know
play.
what?
The lead is 4.
The game that's going to be the hardest for
Sixers have the
Philly.
basketball.
I have to admit it, but I believe in the Eagles, and I believe we can beat Drew Brees. That might sound crazy. If the Eagles can beat the Bears, then I'm going to say the Eagles can beat.
Able to
The
convert
Eagles can beat the
inside.
Saints.
And the defense
I
keeps
believe in
sticking
the
to
Eagles.
those flare
Really?
screens.
And
Just
this
don't
might be
flare
Nick
out to the
Foles
three-point
last
line.
year.
Flare
So why
to the
not?
rim for a lob.
We beat the Patriots last year, right?
And a whistle.
Why not?
His timing was a tad bit off.
Gotta believe it. Yes, the Saints are the best team in football right now,
The
man.
drive.
But
To the
what we got to
basket.
lose?
That game it be so nervous.
A drive baseline, but the shot
Oh,
won't go.
that's
And
going to be a
that's
heck
next
of a
level
game.
defense.
Let's
The
go.
defender took away the pocket
on,
space
yo,
of the
let's do
shooter.
this,
Now
bro.
the shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots
Let's
each
go
and every day
Sixers.
from that
That's-
pocket
yeah,
with
that's gonna be a
consistency.
game.
Now you're forcing to change the angle or the
You
position
better
of the
believe
pocket.
it.
You're going to
strip
lower
him.
the chances of them making that shot.
Strip his pocket.
Clarkson to Collins.
That's going to be a heck of a game, man. Ah!
And he's fouled.
Especially what they did to us this
As a
season.
defender, you
Oh, yeah,
cannot, I
remember what
repeat,
the
you
Vikings
cannot
did to
foul
us?
in the
What was it,
act
week
of
4,
upward
week
motion
5?
into your shot.
Eagles
Your
are
timing needs to be
actually
better.
the hottest team in NFC going into the
Collins
playoffs.
Sexton.
You better believe it. Right now, Eagles are.
He connects on the first free throw.
I got the Birds, man. Chicago Bears, we're going to give them that work.
And gets both to drop at the line.
Chicago, they're going to get that work on Sunday. Nick Foles is going to be held up. One game, do or die. Everything on the line. We ain't going home, man. We're going to get past Chicago. And then we're going to get it together, and we're going to knock off Drew Brees and the Saints. We knocking off the Saints, too.
Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Last touch by the
We're going to knock off the
Cavaliers.
Saints,
Nobody
too.
wants us to win. We'll show them all.
Make some changes
Yeah.
with some new personnel
Yeah.
on the floor.
That's why we're going to win, because nobody, and the Sixers going to knock off Boston. The Sixers
Anthony.
going to knock off Boston, and we also going to knock off Toronto, too, in the playoffs. Yeah. Because nobody likes
Carmelo
the Philly
Anthony.
team.
Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
That's why we're
Certain
winning
guys in this
games.
league
That's
that
why
can
the
be
Eagles
put
won
on
the Super
alert
Bowl.
status 24/7.
Nobody like the Eagles,
because
man.
either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
To
Oh,
Clarkson.
no.
Lets it fly from long range. It's no good. Shots not going down. To Anthony. And the nice
Yeah,
finish
I
at
bet
the
people are scared to
He's
face
been doing
Eagles. I
this for
heard we're
years.
one
The
team that
physicality
teams
in
are
which he
scared to
plays,
face in the
no one wants to
playoffs.
see that.
In
You're
the
going to leave the
playoffs?
game with black and blue
And
marks
let's
all
say
over your
Nick
body.
Foles healthy. Oh, man. You know, come on, man. We knocked off the
steps around the
Patriots.
defender and puts it in.
The
Nicely
Eagles
done.
knocked off the
And don't you
Patriots.
dare
Why
think
not
about
can
the
the Eagles
fourth
knock
quarter
off the
yet.
Bears?
The only
Why
quarter that
not can the
matters is
Eagles
the
knock
one you're
off
playing in right now. Finish
Saints?
strong.
Why not?
They
Man,
should be
He's fine
scared.
for the basket.
and the
Well, he
Eagles
finished
knocked
strong
off the
because he was
Rams
able
this
to
year
initiate
in
the
their house.
contact. When you initiate the
Come
contact
on now.
first, you
We
bounce
knocked
off
off
the
the
defender,
Rams.
which balances you at the rim.
Here comes the screen.
Anything's possible, man. It's the playoffs, man. Anything's possible.
If we make Super Bowl, you think we should resign Foles?
Might have had an extra
No.
dribble or two there. But
I
he got
don't
the shot
want.
he wanted.
Yeah. No, we should
Finish that.
Well, you can't
No,
finish with your right
Nick
hand
Foles is
on
gonna
the left
quit,
side
what
of
they
the
say.
rim. You actually have to
So-
use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with
That's
long
part of
wingspans
it.
that can block your shot.
Oh my God. Yeah, Nick Foles is going to
I heard some fans say then trade Wentz, but that's crazy. No way, they're in something. LOL.
you know what? I don't know.
Lol, some fans are crazy. On.
No, I don't know about all that, but Nick Foles
The
didn't play
Cavaliers
good. Well,
start with the basketball.
I don't
here in the
know,
fourth
man.
quarter. Partner, you and I were just
The Eagles
shaking
are
our
winning
heads
under
during this
Foles.
quarter break. We can't
So,
believe how
if
good a
the
game
Eagles
this
are
has
winning
been.
under Nick
We've
Foles,
seen
man,
this so
you
many
explain
times
to
with the
me
teams that are the most
why they
talented.
wasn't
Yeah,
winning
they're in
under.
drugs.
This shouldn't even
LOL.
be a game. But sometimes an underdog, they
But you got
rise to
people-
the challenge. And they've really hung in there all the way in these 3 quarters.
Yes,
You know what, though?
Carmelo
You got
Anthony.
people that might
He's
feel
now
that way.
4
They
for
might say,
6.
give
And
it
there's
a-
nothing more
I ain't gonna
mentally
take it.
intimidating
No,
for your
no, we don't
opponent
need-
than when your own teammates are unselfish
need no
and
new
make sure that
quarterback.
you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on
We don't
them,
need no new
maybe like
quarterback.
Devin Booker did last year.
We good, but
Love.
they're going to trade. Foles is leaving. I think he want to leave after this season, so I don't know.
And he's fouled.
Nick Foles
Very
on the lead.
close. Free throws.
I don't know.
I've seen it happen so many times.
I don't know what's gonna
Small
happen with
things
that.
like that foul can end up becoming a momentum
You know?
changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
First free throw is good.
I don't even know what's going to happen with that. But I'm hoping that I want the Eagles to win. I know that.
Watch
And,
Sixers score, by the way, haven't watched it.
I'm gonna check out the score. Last time I checked, I think that. Oh my
Keep on
God!
trying.
No way.
Shots no good there.
We're
Let's
gonna
be
lose to the
realistic.
Cavaliers.
He's
Oh
probably
my
not going to miss
God.
a lot of shots. But the more
No
effort
way.
you can give, you want
No
to
way.
try to tire him out. Take
I'ma
his
look it
legs
up
away.
now.
Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Clarkson.
Oh!
Wow. Knocks it down and the foul.
Last time I checked, it was 3-1-2-0 Portland after
But
1.
did you see on that three-point shot, did you see him slightly kick his legs out? By kicking his legs out, the defender runs into the legs. There's contact. That's how you get a 4-point play potentially.
Kevin Love. That's garbage, man.
Kevin Love with a chance at a 4-point play for his career.
Yay, the
82%.
Embiid is out tonight.
It's the free throw.
We
Simmons.
lost it.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Oh man.
The defender needs to do a better job
the
of forcing a
Trailblazers
pickup
gonna win
there.
at 82. Sixers 53. Sixers losing, man. Pretty bad. They're losing to the Trailblazers.
Oh man.
Baseline drive. The
Yeah, we're
shot
losing
won't
pretty bad
fall.
right now. I don't
Into
know
the
what's
front
going
court. The deficit now up to 5. Oh, a lot of
come on!
contact. Shots no good and no
What,
good.
8-0 to 5-0 you said?
Korver to
Yeah,
Kyle
we're
Sexton.
losing
Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Jordan Clarkson.
83. Let me see the score. 82 to 54.
Substitution being made in this one.
Sixers losing 82-54 in the third quarter. 6 minutes left in the game.
Sixers control it. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, Ben
Well,
Simmons.
I've never seen
looking
us be
good.
blown
4
out
for
like
5.
that.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball 101.
Yeah.
Whoever this professor is, he needs to get
So
paid.
I don't know what's going on. You know, the Portland Trailblazers is pretty good. They
No
okay.
point watching it
To
then.
Love.
The
Old school. Backs his
the
man down for
Trailblazers,
the
they
basket.
okay.
You've heard it before.
You know.
Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
And this will be out of bounds. Off of Embiid.
I don't like this.
Time for some new
We're
personnel
losing
into
to
the
the
game.
Cavaliers. How are we losing to the Cavaliers? Garbage.
Plenty of contact. The shot no good. And the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Looks like some
Yay, makes no
substitutions
sense
are coming
cause
on
our
in.
worst team in NBA.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. I don't. Oh, okay. No!
Rebound cleared by Philly.
They're the worst team. They're the Cleveland
Smith
Browns,
with
man.
the basketball. Down
How are we
5.
losing to them?
That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. The opposing coach is going to counter,
We're gonna
make
lose to
some
the Cavaliers.
changes of his own.
I can't believe this. Oh, man, we ain't looking good, man. Oh, my God.
Cavaliers with the basketball.
We're gonna lose to the
Sexton
Cavaliers.
to J.R. Smith. Screen coming. Love to Hill. Down to Young. To
Oh, no!
Sexton lets it fly from beyond the arc. That won't go.
Come on!
Thaddeus Young, 4 out of 7.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as a difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Got it.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Butler to bring it up. His guys down by 9. To Embiid. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
What you got going on New Year's?
I got some food, drinks, live stream, and I got to think of more. Food, drinks, live stream. I might be live streaming
Joel
so
Embiid
much.
at the line for
And
a chance
also
at a
New Year's
3-point
Day.
play. Shooting 50%.
probably
Some
gonna-
yes, some no in this
I'm gonna
contest.
try to see.
Unable to connect
I'm
on
gonna
the
try
free
to see how
throw.
many live streams I can do.
Cavs
But
at
I
the
have food
control.
and drinks, really. Party and food and drinks.
That's rebounded by
You
Philadelphia.
know, partying,
To
man,
Anthony.
food and drinks.
Nothing going
know.
here on that drive. Anthony, deep left corner. To Butler.
In watching my friend kid for a bit while his girl and her
Jimmy
friends go
Butler.
out and
He's
he
now
goes
shooting
to pick
5
her
for
up.
7.
I remember my
okay.
high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in
it's gonna
person.
be nice, man. Oh, shucks.
Run is good there.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort,
It's gonna be a nice
F for
New Year's,
results.
man. You know, I know it's gonna be lit down Philly, man, down Center
Here's
City.
Simmons with it up top.
A lot of different areas
The
gonna be
margin
nice down there.
standing now at 7. Short jumper off the mark.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak
I know
side
it's gonna be
early
lit down
and making
Philly.
the
I know
player
that.
short.
Oh, pick it
Not
up.
loose. Defense forces the turnover, and it leads to points.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Ball in possession of Cleveland. Sexton to Love. Kevin Love. With that, he's 5 for 9.
That's garbage.
We got a chance to firsthand to watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. To Butler. From long range. The rebound's cleared by the Cavs. Sexton to Love. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
The Cavs are victorious as they take care of business at home. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Cavaliers emerged victorious after a tight finish. They did an incredible job with the three ball, getting plenty of points from long range. As a squad, they were able to take advantage of a perimeter defense that couldn't lock them down. The 76ers lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment. Chemistry was clearly not the issue today because they were definitely sharing the ball well. Still, everyone knows they'd rather be sharing the joy of a victory. Here are the guys who put up the most points. For the Philadelphia 76ers,
Game track. Assists.
It's a shame only one team can win when you have such great team basketball on display. The ball movement was tremendous.
Player of the game.
Kevin Love gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at the upcoming games for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.